By the way, this gives me an opportunity to work in a question that's asked about heaven. I'm trying to do this throughout the series as we're looking on heaven, because there's lots of questions about what heaven will be like. And one of the questions, actually somebody asked me this last week, was what is to keep us from sinning in heaven? Like, heaven was where Satan lived as one of God's angels, and he was created pure, and then he sinned. So, what's to keep us from sinning once we get to heaven? It's a good question. And there's a few scriptures that give us sort of a good idea about this. In Revelation 20, verse 14, it tells us there that Satan and his demons have been banished to hell. So they're not going to be around to do their tempting work. That's one way we know that we won't be sinning in the future in heaven, that there won't be sin that enters back into heaven. Revelation 21 verse 3 tells us that God himself is going to be with us, and so that's something else. Revelation 21 verse 1 and in 1 Corinthians 15, we know that we're going to have a new heaven, a new earth, and we're going to have new glorified bodies. So there's something else to hope that, hey, that will make it pure in the absence of evil. But even with all of that, you go, well, yeah, but that's still, that was kind of the same circumstances under which Satan rebelled against God. So what's to prevent future rebellion? Well, here's what I think is the clincher, and that's this. Romans 6:23 tells us that the wages of sin is death, but yet when we read Revelation 21 verse 4, it tells us there that there will be no more death. And so what does that tell us? There will be no more sin. So what's to keep there from being sin? I don't know, but God just says there won't be. So we'll just take that to the bank. Heaven's going to be perfect, and that's where you're going to live. No more sin, no more sickness, no more evil, no more shyster politicians telling you one thing and doing another, no more somebody being that you love betraying you and stabbing you in the back. No more of any of the stuff of the world that is so devastating. Heaven is going to be an amazing place.